This woven painting embroidered the flowers here first. The embroidery method of the following flowers is the same. Take out the picture frame in the material package. Take a 4-meter line. Tail alignment. Thread it into the large hole needle. Fold it in half to form a 4-stranded line. Tail knotted. Fill this circle. Start from any point. Sewed from bottom to top. After sewing on, place the needle at the root of the thread. Wrap the line around. Wear it from the side down. Pull the line back. So a bud is ready. Continue to insert the needle from any point on the side. Keep making buds. The practice of buds is the same. Some places can be denser, some places can be thinner. You can sew some small buds on the thin place. Let the flowers fall apart inside, more layered. The outermost line, try to cover it. After this thread is sewn, turn to the back. Tie the knots the same way. Cut the thread. Leaves about 1 centimeter of thread. Continue to take thread seam buds. After this flower is sewn. Inside this flower, you can also sew a neon-colored bud or two. Next, continue to take 2 strands. It's 2 wires joined together. some buds in the gap. Just sew it around. After the small buds are sewn here, sew a few small buds on this flower. Next, start making roses like this. Sewing small flowers with 2 strands of thread. In the middle of this flower, sewed from bottom to top. Insert the needle here from the line of the outer ring. Continue to extract the needle from the side here. Sewed along the center point. First sew out the bottom 5 bottom lines. After these 5 bottom lines are sewn, and pull the string over here. Start winding. Skip this one. Come to the second thread and go through. Skip the third line, coming to the fourth thread. Keep skipping this line. Go to the next thread. When winding here, don't pull the thread too tightly. This way the flowers will be more three-dimensional. Keep jumping another thread. Thread on the next thread. Keep repeating this bypass. All the 5 wires under the bottom are covered. Thread the thread to the back. Not fixed. Cut the thread again. This flower does the same. Use 2 strands of wire. Try to cover the bottom thread with each stitch. After this flower is sewn, continue to take 2 strands of thread as the bottom line inside. The outer winding is made of 4 strands of wire. The bottom line in the shape of a rose is all 2 strands. When the big flower is winding, it is 4 strands of wire. Xiaodu's flowers are also 2 strands of thread. The same is true for flowers of other colors. Next, take 4 strands of wire as the winding part of the flower. Take line 2. Continue to do the bud part. Take a 4-meter line. It also forms 4 strands. Sew some more pink and white buds on this one. A little less sewing on this flower, and this flower can be sewn a little bit. After all these 2 flowers are sewn, sew some buds on this flower with 2 strands of thread. Sew this flower core again. Continue to take 4 strands of thread for winding this flower. Sew this flower again, sewed in the same way. So after the pink and white flowers are sewn, take line 3C green. Take a 2-meter line. The purple flowers here are all made of 2 strands of thread. Fill this piece. After the purple flower is sewn, take Noel for wool and start sewing the leaves. The leaves use 2 strands of thread. Sew this leaf first. Take the needle out the middle. Sew diagonally to the side. Sewed from side to top. Back to the middle line. Sewed to the left. Keep repeating this sewing until the leaf is sewn. Always the same way. Sew the remaining grass green leaves according to the diagram. After the grass green leaves are sewn, there are some gaps between flowers. You can also sew some branches into these gaps. Make the whole painting composition look fuller. Sew the branches down. The branches under the seams should be as flat as possible. Branches can also be staggered from branch to branch. Take the No. 5 dark green thread and continue to sew the branches. The branches can also be worn until they have been underneath sewn. The grass green line. Let the two colors stagger. Cover the bottom line when sewing branches. The sewing of the leaves here. The sewing method is the same as before. Sew the remaining dark green leaves according to the diagram. After the leaves are sewn, start sewing the branches here. The distance between the two needles is about 2 centimeters. Wear it back from the side of the line segment. Keep repeating this sewing. And then, the little branches. After sewing, using the method of sewing flower buds just now, sew some grass green buds. Also on the left here are some grass green buds. So the flower part is sewn. Next, remove the ribbon. You run the ribbon through the lower branches. brown. Tie the ribbon. If there are any leaks here, you can tie the ribbon looser so that the lower branches can cover the line. The ribbon on the left makes a coil. Slant to the right. The ribbon on the right goes backwards to the front. Go through the coil from the front. How to tie a bow? You can tie it according to your own more convenient way. If the ribbon is too long, you can cut off some. That's it.